fantastic time. Let's go ahead. Oh, I need to check just to make sure that I don't actually accidentally do a reveal too early for what's coming up next. We have 2 more matches today as well as 4 matches tomorrow. For those of you who came from GDQ as well, I believe the hotfix was going on there. I will be playing over there, I believe, on July 19th with the Phasmo friends playing some Phasmophobia. And then July 22nd, we will be starting the GDQ grudge match. Races 1v1, they're one-off matches, so it's not a full tournament style, but we will also be having blind playthroughs, mostly obscure games. There will be some good, there will be some bad. This tournament, though, focuses on the bad, so let's let our little mascot Crappy lead us on over to the reveal that we have today. Ugh, that was terrifying. Well, please welcome on in, I believe for the first time this tournament, and for any of the tournaments in the past, our new GM. That was not the right button. Justin, stop clapping. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, ignore that. Please welcome on in our GM, Mr. Torture. Mr. Torture, please come save me. I'm dying, Mr. Torture. I messed everything up. Are you here? I'm sorry. Trust me, nobody saw. None of the new people who are joining the stream saw that. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff.
Well, welcome
Don't worry
in.
about it.
It's your first year.
Oh, yeah, it's my first year as a GM.
I've been around.
Yeah. Yep. I've been around since Kusog7ande as a spectator, and then participating in Kusog7ande ever since 3, 4, 5, and 6. And up to the 7th, I said, okay, I think I have enough to try myself as a GM.
Yeah.
I have enough to try the rest of the players as GM as well.
Yeah, I've also really enjoyed you coming around for Don't Make Us Bored, and whenever you've joined, I've had a blast talking with you. Yeah. And I think that I'm really excited to see what your style is.
There will be more Russian, Spanish, Mr. Torture, don't worry.
Oh, good. I love the Russian, Spanish, Mr. Torture. I love that when you try to do an accent that's closer to your real accent, it sounds like it's not your accent. It's great.
Yeah, I think it's terrible, but in a good way.
Oh, it's so silly. I love it. Well, okay, what game that I totally did not accidentally reveal earlier do we have today?
For today, I wanted to start off real hard and heavy. So this is why we're having Jurassic Boy 2 for the Game Boy Color.
This box art is the most horrifying thing I have seen all day. It's terrifying. Sorry, you were cutting out quite a bit there. What did you say?
It wasn't my first choice.
Oh, well, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, everybody, the GMs often go through a process of choosing games, and as time goes on, if their game is not approved of by the players, oftentimes they end up unleashing their fury. And it looks like this may have been the fury that the players are getting. Jurassic Boy, by the way, this is a game that I believe I played an NES port of way back in the day. And
yes, you played it, and you also handed out in Kusog7ande. This is also my cue.
Yeah.
Yep, it was in Kusog7ande as well.
Yeah, which honestly, I feel like it was a little bit short, the first game that we gave out, but this version may end up being significantly different.
I also have a set of rules for it, so that we may see the game play through and see what the players come up with in order to play it and go through it. Yeah, because
cool.
Yeah, it's kind of short, but we can make it work.
It's sort of short, not super short, like a little short. Honestly, though, Jurassic Boy 2, what do you think that it's, as a bootleg, what do you think it's borrowing from the most?
Definitely a hedgehog called Sonic.
A hedgehog called Sonic. That's like a Streetcar Named Desire style of putting it right there, yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would love to see... a hedgehog named Sonic, you know? That'd be a
That
great
would be
movie.
interesting. Yeah.
I
They're doing some interesting things with Sonic, so yeah, something like that would work. I can see it.
Stella! Knuckles!
You can throw
Oh,
all your
jeez.
Seinfeld references towards me, and I can take them. I'm also a... Hey, Justin.
Oh, hey, Mr. T heard ya. Mr. Torture here, by the way, also known as Mr. T in other areas here, especially on Discord. You would think that he's nice because he tries not to make the torture stand out, but he is here to dish it. And honestly, I'm expecting this to be a pretty hard hitter because most bootlegs that are sort of inspired by Sonic are not very good. I mean, I think that's very easy thing to say right there. Sonic, like, my favorite probably is by the Hummer team. Hummer for the NES. That one is possibly the least playable that I have experienced. But no.
You mean, I think it's Sosmari.
Samadhi is based off of Hummer, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's Hummer.
I mean, it's the same development company. It's the same game. It's Sonic bootleg.
But this is Sachin, though.
Yeah, that was
Sachin
Sachin as well.
This one is Sachin. Yeah,
I thought. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, so this game,
either way, I love Hummer Team. Hummer Team, if you are watching, give me a call later. I would love to experiment with some more of your games. Let me go ahead and pull up this audio from this beautiful game. Oh, this is gonna hurt.
A little bit. A little bit.
I don't like this. He's just sitting there wiggling his thumb. Okay, Jurassic
Boy.
Boy.
Wiggles and he goes back and forth with the enemy, or the lore mentions as the counter enemy. I think it's called Chassis or Chachi.
Chachi. Okay.
Yeah.
I will probably need to make some adjustments. This is a Game Boy game, and unfortunately, it was a little bit harder to get the capture just right. So please don't yell at me if I do make some adjustments during the stream. Let me also do a double check to make sure that everybody is in the right place, because we have Venbright at the top left. On the top right, we've got someone, 3255, one of the legendary players of Kusog7ande. We've got at the bottom left, Arrow Fodder. Unfortunately, I don't think there are very many arrows here in this game. And at the bottom right, Willard J. Bradley. I just saw that Willard is a person.
Definitely it's a person.
A human. We have humans playing a game definitely made by humans. Now, he's a partner here on Twitch. I love to find people who are actually more like career streamers and then making them suffer even more. So thank you for choosing this game.
Trying out new things. It's good for them as well.
Yeah, it's good. It's good for the body, good for the soul, and good for... Yeah, that's about it. Mostly our bodies and souls, not theirs.
No, we're off. Well, I had to play test this, so okay. I will know they're paying.
I've played Jurassic Boy 1. So, yeah, after we get started, we can go ahead and explain a little... Oh, this music hurts.
It hurts.
I don't like this.
I like it because all the players mentioned that they were not going to have audio for them, and they will have for the stream, because they were not really fan of the audio itself.
Yeah, apparently they're sad that the music is going to go away. So we're doing the countdown. Get all of your Sonic/dinosaur emotes and spam those in chat, because as soon as I see movement, we are starting. Come on, get all of your emotes. All of them. I love them. Everybody, y'all have very creative stuff. Dinosaurs, Sonics. And here we go. I'm expecting to see... Oh, we've got... Yeah, GDQ has a good, like, spinning emote. That's appropriate.
Yeah, that too. I forgot about that.
Okay, so talk me through a little bit of what we're going to get with this game.
Okay, this game plays horrible. Like, I know you played the NES version, but this plays a lot faster. It has some questionable physics. You still have that same functionality with the rings and the hits you take. But eventually the players will notice that going fast will be a mistake.
I can believe that. Like, when it's Sonic, you want to go fast. When it's Sonic bootleg, gear the speed.
You don't want to go.
But at the same time, you know, I think early on it's not necessarily bad to experiment with going fast. But they're probably going to learn pretty quickly that it's more punishing than beneficial. I mean, Sonic wasn't exactly made for the Game Boy at all.
No, specifically, I think one of the main issues as well with the game is the size of the screen, which is also punishable in quite a few Sonic games as well.
I'd say that Sonic Game Gear, you know, unfortunately the size of the screen was rough. Ooh, Van Bright running into a continue, and rather than continuing, it's probably resetting.
They can't continue. Yes, because that's part of the set of the rules. They can't continue. They will have to start over.
Oh, okay, no using continues. I imagine the game might be a little bit too short if they did use continues.
It's a game that after a while might get cheesed, so they might know how to use from damage boosting and continues as well. So this is why I carefully thought, okay, no continues. Also because they are infinite. So it's easy to spam that until they get a completion. And now we see someone 2 to 5. Yeah. We see someone 2 to 5 on a boss, and you'll notice that you'll have to hit the boss several times.
I don't like the quote-unquote ring mechanic. I always call the rings coins in Sonic anyway, so thank goodness I'm actually right this time.
Yeah, they're right. You're right, they're coins this time. Unfortunately for the boss, they will have to hit him 20 times until they get a completion.
Yeah, that's one of the problems with bootlegs, I'd say. A lot of the times they required a little bit too much out of players. But someone 325 is through the boss and moving on to the second stage, 2-1?
Yes, because 1 plus 1 is just a stage. And now we get to the bone stage, as I like to call it. And someone 2 to 5 will find out that there are platforms and spikes in this stage, and it will eventually be an issue much further in the game as well. I see, okay, all the other players are still struggling on the other stages. Yeah, I see Mover around, and this is one of the fun things I found out when trying out this game. The NES version, Mover has a world record in it, or had a world record.
Oh, really? Aw, Mover, that's great. You know, I'm watching this, and while this definitely has problems, I'm actually sort of impressed with it for being on Game Boy Color. I mean, Game Boy Color is known for, like, having some severe issues, lag being one of those, but we have a lot of quick movement without lag really happening at all, and there are a lot of sprites that appear on the screen as well.
There are a couple of sections that will have lag, but they're minimum. Okay. I think next to the NES game, this game improves on that as well. The speed and the movements, yeah.
I would agree with that.
I think the size of the screen is... It's like you have the size of the screen that benefits you in the speed, but also trolls you with the game itself and the mechanics and, well, seeing what's ahead most of the time.
Yeah, I got
what's ahead and what's below as well. And we see Willard Bradley on the boss as well.
Willard Bradley is in second place at this point. Now, this match is going to be fairly easy for people to follow because, luckily, unlike a lot of bootlegs out there, the levels appear to have fairly different visual designs, at least at this point. So,
you will be
actually
disappointed.
Watching... Oh, well, okay. At least for the first couple stages, I can tell the difference between where the players are. Thank goodness.
Yes, that's also one of the reasons why I thought about using no continues. It will be easier to track whenever someone starts over or where they left. Because there are some stages that some of the designs are not that carefully thought by the Sachin team, unfortunately.
That's Sachin.
And see... Yeah, there we see someone 2 to 5 struggling with the speed.
Honestly, despite everything, there's a lot to make fun of here. But at the same time, getting this running on a handheld system Yeah, the Game Boy Color. But you know, Sonic 2 was on the Master System and also on the Sega Game Gear, which was probably a little bit more equipped for the speed than the Game Boy Color. So getting this to run as well as it does is actually kind of impressive to me.
Yeah, it is impressive.
I have seen a lot of legit
is...
Game Boy Color games that don't look nearly this smooth.
I think that they cover everything really fine as for how the game runs, and then there's everything else.
Yeah, like, it's just, the biggest problem in this game is definitely the visual real estate, because you cannot see obstacles that are coming up, and oftentimes you're going to jump into a pit, or you're going to get hit by an enemy, and unless you're going slow, which, when there's this much speed, you want to go fast, at least mentally. If you're not going slow, you're going to take damage and you're going to take unneeded deaths. And because you're not allowing continues, that is a huge risk factor. Too many deaths, they're going back to the beginning of the game. With that said, Arrow Fodder is in a pretty clear second place. Someone 3255 making it to boss number 2, which is Caveman throwing rocks.
Yeah, very nice.
I mean, it's thematic. The dinosaur game, right? I mean, okay,
yeah,
dinosaurs did not coexist
Boy,
with
but...
cavemen, whatever.
Oh, it could be a Rockman. I don't know.
Yeah, so
made of rocks.
Obviously, what we're seeing is sort of the Game Boy Color version, although you could apparently play the game per chat on the original Game Boy, not Game Boy Color. It didn't run nearly as well, but getting a Sonic game on the Game Boy, even if it's bootleg, that's impressive.
I like how Sun225 is aware of, first he was aware of the speed of the game, and then he was also aware about how to grab the spiraling coins you receive when getting a hit. He's getting the hang of this. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, anyone who's played a Sonic game before knows that keeping coins, at least one coin in a boss fight, is very important. Okay, someone 3255 on to 2-2.
2-2. Which is kind of like the same stage as before. Yeah, 2-2.
2-2. Hey, Willard J. Bradley moving on to 2-1 as well, starting to catch up to Arrow Fodder. Ben Bright is the one who's the most behind at this point, although we're still really early on in this match. It's anyone's game. Do you think we'll see any completions, by the way?
I think we might, but I think the rhythm of the game is kind of... how do you say this? I can't find the word right now. Rough. No, it's rough, but it's... deceiving. That's the word. It's kind of deceiving. Okay. Like, the game kind of throws you into, okay, this will be fine. We can blow through this. We can run. But they will eventually find themselves into labyrinths. At least that's what I am hoping to see from someone 225, since it is going way across these levels. Some of them are pretty straightforward, but that's what I'm thinking of what I'm gathering from the first few minutes we're seeing from the game playthrough.
Honestly, I wouldn't be too surprised if later levels do wall. If the bootleggers designed this at all like Sonic 1, Sonic 1 was sort of like that there were one or two fast, fun levels, and then it got into really annoying gameplay that they got rid of a lot of that for the sequels. Sonic 1, I think, was very ambitious, but had a lot of problems. And so, I could imagine this being a wall eventually.
Yeah, except the difference that this game came out, like, it's a port of the game from NES. The first one came out in 1993, and this one came out in 1999. So I imagine they had some sort of idea of what to do, and they had some little touch-ups here and there about the level design for the Game Color version. And now we see Summon225 facing Buzz Lightyear.
Buzz Lightyear? Kill Buzz Lightyear! No! Oh my gosh. This is actually what Buzz fought in the new movie, if you didn't know.
I didn't see the new movie, so
Well, I haven't seen the
surprised.
new movie either, but you're seeing it right now.
Yeah, this is completely on brand. I can see it. A green Buzz Lightyear.
Honestly, he
rolling
did
around.
kind of fight Rex a couple times in the original Toy Story
That's
movies.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They bickered
Buzz
at
fought-
least.
Yeah.
This is amazing. I love it.
We see now, I think Will and Bradley
Oh.
is on the boss, and Arrow for there as well. They are on 2-2.
Very nice.
The train.
Choo-choo. The train level.
No, it's-
I'm just calling it the train level. That's what it sounds like. 3-1 for someone 3255.
There's one
Buzz
for
Lightyear
someone
has
2-5.
been destroyed.
We'll see what someone 2-5 does in this kind of like lab or dungeon type of level.
Oh.
We'll have to find. Okay, they found out that there's
This
a
looks
trick
like a
to using
joy.
the springs. This is not a
no.
joy. This is a level is dreadful.
I can imagine this.
Because they will also start carefully thinking about their platforming. Okay, might have some occasions where they can just scroll through the level, but they will have to also kind of understand it a little bit, where to go, where to run, where to not run at all. And there's a troll specific. Okay, now we see the saw blades, which are trolls are on the stages, and
Oh
they will
no,
see them.
those are
very
saw blades.
often.
I thought they were just
Yep.
fans. They'd blow you or something, but
No.
no, they chop your limbs off. This poor Jurassic Boy. Feel so bad for him.
Yep. And I see now Bullard Bradley on the boss as well. I thought he was. No, he's on 2-1 as well. So that makes him in third place right now.
Yeah, Willard J. Bradley doing pretty well right here.
Yeah,
Currently
what I
fighting
noticed at least.
Caveman. I like this Caveman though. He just
Caveman is
really
pretty
tries
nice.
to throw the rocks. Yeah,
And
one thing
Caveman is
about.
also.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was thinking one thing about the NES bootleg. If I'm not mistaken, there were warps to get you to the end of the game pretty quickly. That might have been the Rabbit game that I'm thinking of instead, though. That was also sort of a Mario Sonic bootleg. But I feel like this is a definite improvement to the NES version.
Sorry, someone 2-5 found their first game over and the troll in the stage, which is those spikes, which you cannot for any kind of reason see in the game. So you will have to just go around, hope you had coins, and well, survive.
Ah. Okay, Buzz Lightyear going down on Arrow Fodder's screen, though Arrow Fodder just needs to make sure that he collects the coins when he takes damage. Otherwise, it could be an early fate. Buzz Lightyear might win and reestablish space controller, whatever the crap it's called. Arrow Fodder missing the coin, gonna have to play the rest of this fight perfect or start the level over.
We'll see.
So,
I don't know
yeah.
how many lives do they have.
No, and that is a
Oh.
death. That is a
Another
full
thing-
game over,
and that's
back
a
to
game
the
over.
beginning of the game. This opens up the
one thing
opportunity for Willard to move into
Yep.
second place. Just gotta
Indeed.
get that coin,
One thing-
Willard. You got it.
I hope you don't get to the spikes.
No!
Another thing-
The spikes.
Well, there's a
But
spikes. One life left.
He's got an extra life. That's fine.
Yeah, he'll get the experience out of it. One key mechanic I didn't tell about the bosses themselves is that you can hit them, but you also have to touch the ground to hit them again. You can't bounce back and hit them back.
That's
was making
sort
it too
of
easy.
the fun when it comes to bootlegs. You know, figuring out the required mechanics to actually fight the bosses. So yeah, if you deal damage and then do not touch the ground, they will hurt you.
What is Willard? I thought Willard was willingly getting into the spikes.
Willard
I don't
is
know.
game over. That is a full reset. Willard is still in a solid second place, though.
Yep.
Or not second, third place. Van Bright needs to do a little bit of work to start getting back into this. But again, all it really requires is one solid playthrough. The biggest thing, though, that you have to think is if somebody is able to develop strats to reliably get through areas, then that is going to give them a significant advantage. Reliability, I think, in a case with this game is going to be more important than luck.
Yeah, I think that the players will develop some strategies eventually, because one of the cheeses, I'd say, about this game is that you just jump around straightforward, at least for the first couple of stages, the first 2 to 3 stages. But you will eventually run into something else, into a spike or an enemy, but if you're carefully looking to recover your coins, you can go through this game. I think that's one of the reasons why I thought, okay, no continues here, because they will find out that surely continues will leave you at the same stage. So I figured it was much more more akin to the tournament to have them use no continues here.
Oh yeah. By the way, I see a question from chat. Where was this music stolen from? And it appears to have come from a previous Mega Duck / Game Boy game, which Mega Duck was often did have either bootlegs or original games that were unlicensed. The game was called Dan Laser.
And I think that's also a Sachin game.
I would believe it. I think that the handheld console was made by
the
Sachin
only difference,
itself.
Yeah, the only difference I found about the music itself with that game is that it plays faster than this, from what we hear here, which is basically just 2 to 3 tunes of the game.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. By the way, there is a story to this game. There is lore. I hope people are ready for this lore. I am reading the translation that is up on this website here, so it's probably going to be butchered, because I'm betting they just ran it through Google Translate. So here we go. In the year 2193, dinosaur becomes a popular subject again. Scientists all work for making dinosaur revive. Nevertheless, they still lack of a special gene. This causes the dinosaurs they cultivate are all incomplete. Many countries then intend to buy dinosaurian fossil at high prices in order to get the gene. But it seems that it's not so easy. No one can do anything to this problem until Dr. Crouchy invents a time-space machine in the year 2197. I guess this is Dr. Crotchy's fault. Dr. Crotchy!
Yeah, Dr. Crotchy, I hope we can see them, because he's around in this game. He makes an appearance.
Are you serious? Yep. Dr. Crotchy's in the game? I'm so happy.
Yeah. I hope, judging from what we see from Someone 225 and Wheeler J. Bradley, I think we might see them. And our player as well. I think all players are most likely going to see Dr. Crotchy.
Oh, so apparently this is actually the English translation that appeared in the manual. So I am reading literally what was written in there. I am not reading a Google Translate of it. This was before Google Translate existed. Okay, there was a little bit more information for Dr. Crotchy. So here we go. 2180 advanced a new theory about time back, but was criticized. 2184, due to his excessive studying, he was mental diseased and was under treatment in hospital. I'm sorry. I can't help but laugh. It's so good. 2188, missing after he was out of the hospital. They say he had ever appeared in Dambo. 2198, completed the machine that can make time go back. And then Chen's description. In the dinosaur family, Chen is the most intelligent one. Now his parents and brothers all fall into Crotchy's clutches. So the urgent matter for Chen to do is to save his family from the bad guys' clutches.
Crotchy, Chen, clutches. It's
a lot of Crotchy clutches. Yeah, Crotchy's clutches. Crotchy's clutches. Oh, geez, that is hard to say.
Crotchy's clutches.
Crotchy's clutches.
Crotchy's clutches.
It's C-R-O-C-H-I. Okay, not the other type of crotchy. Could be crotchety.
No,
I mean,
it could be. I don't know.
I think he's a crotchety old man, you know?
Translations go way around, so it's possible.
Oh my gosh, I love this game so far, okay? I'm
no,
a big fan of
I'm
bootlegs. And honestly, I think that bootlegs are very important when it comes to video games, specifically because there were a lot of areas that just did not allow outside influence into the country. People wanted to play Western games or games outside of their country. Sachin, I believe, was either Korean or
Taiwanese.
Chinese. Taiwanese?
Yeah.
Okay.
Taiwanese.
Oftentimes, these bootleggers, you know, would find a way to get more modern games into people's hands so that they could actually play them. New consoles were often extremely expensive, but the older ones, you know, people had because that's really all that they could afford. So the bootleggers, you know, found gimmicks and such in order to get these newer games onto older consoles despite all of the flaws. It's very impressive.
Considering that by 1999 the Game Boy Color was still a thing and Pokemon was just released, it's interesting to see that they also went ahead and released a game for the same console back then. So considering that the Game Boy Color was still relevant, it's quite impressive.
Oh yeah.
That's something good to say about Sachin.
Yeah, with that said, you know, it's easy to make fun of games like this, and I think there are a lot of reasons to, but there's also something very important, I think, in finding ways to get, you know, to share outside cultures with your cultures, share outside influence, you know, bring something exciting from outside into a way that people can actually get,
about professors and time machines and dinosaurs. Yeah, that's very intriguing. Dinosaur culture.
Dinosaur culture is important culture here, everybody.
It's still relevant in Utah, to this day. We have Jurassic Boy
There's still people
movies
here who don't believe in dinosaurs, okay? I'm not even kidding you. Even though I grew up literally right next to Dinosaur National Monument, plenty of people here do not believe that dinosaurs were a thing. It's just bizarre to me. They only believe in the movies. Bizarre. They only believe in Chris Pratt. They're like, yeah, he's a real guy.
You know, Brasentia, that the latest Jurassic Park movie features a dinosaur that was located in Argentina?
Cool.
That's some facts here and there. I haven't seen that movie, and I don't plan to. Argentosaurus, I think it was called.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, there's some people here in Utah who think that essentially there were various planets that had dinosaurs and then God blew them up and then reformed the planets and made Earth, and that's why there are fossils here.
Yep.
Because why not,
something
you know?
that happens.
Or that, like, there's one theory that, like, I don't think it's as popular here in Utah as in some other very religious areas that Satan put fossils here in order to trick people. I think that's dumb. I prefer the planet explosion theory.
Planet explosion is much simpler to understand.
Planet explosion. Yeah, that's why fossils can be millions of years old, but the Earth only 6,000 years old. See, you gotta find the loophole, everybody.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Loopholes, it's what it's all about.
Technically, the Earth is still only 6,000 years old. Yeah, you know.
A bunch of people going, actually.
Oh, no.
No.
Yeah, and then, what? Honestly, though, I think that living near Dinosaur National Monument helped a lot of people because it wasn't as common where I lived then as it is where I live now. Because people are like, duh, there are dinosaurs literally right here. We live in Dinosaur Land, USA. There are dinosaurs.
Oh, and so Arrowfather got through the troll stage. Got through the troll section with the spikes.
Oh, yeah.
Arrowfather is now in the lead.
Is that first place now? Yeah, very nice, Arrowfather. Can you make it to the
been
boss,
making good progress.
I think everybody's making good progress. Like, consistently, we're seeing people get farther through the game. You know, one thing that I'd like to note is that you thought that maybe they'd have to go a little bit slower, and I don't really see the players going significantly slower. They're just making sure that if they do take damage, they get coins back.
There are sections. I mean, that's the cheese. But there are sections where they will have to go a little slower, or because they will get some damage and they won't get their coins back. Because even if you understand how the coins loop, it's possible to miss them, and especially during the first
physics
boss
are
fight.
not consistent. But then again, were Sonic 1's physics consistent? I don't know.
They're a little more consistent than this.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. By the way, Willard, on to the caveman boss. I believe Willard has fought it before and made it to 2-2, but didn't make it to Buzz Lightyear. So I'm excited to see what Willard is able to do. Ben Bright might be able to move into third place, depending on how this playthrough goes. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
I'm stressed for Arrow Fodder. Arrow Fodder got the coin. There we go. And on to the boss. Science guy.
This is Dr. Crutchy.
Dr. Crotchy, no! Summoning
I want
bees?
to see
I like Dr.
so many
Crotchy,
bees.
actually.
There's a lot of bees going all around the places. I am interested. Okay, he got a hit. But there's a small section where you can almost stand and get another hit, but it's a little too risky. Our player has one life left. One coin left, I mean. So we'll see if he doesn't get any damage.
I feel like Dr. Crotchy was just trying to help the world, you know? Summoning bees, bringing back dinosaurs, you know? Nature was just healing itself through Dr. Crotchy. I don't think Arrow Fodder managed to get the coin, so that is probably going to be a death if Arrow Fodder is not careful. What?
Oh.
That was clutch! The old man is dead.
That was clutch. Yep.
On to 3-2. How many levels are there, by the way?
There are 7 levels.
Several or 7?
7.
Oh, yeah!
7 total.
By 7, do you mean like 4-2, or do you mean like 7-1?
No, 4-2.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But we'll see how Fodder got the troll this time, unfortunately.
I do enjoy chat's terrible suggestions about possibly making a Snolf game out of this. I feel like that would be a nightmare. For many reasons. It should never happen.
We should double check with Wolf. If Wolf approves.
Wolf approves? Say no. I feel like I can speak for Wolf on this choice right now. No. There we go. See, Wolf wants to do it for the good games first. I'm not saying this game is bad, although this is Kusog7ande, the bad video game tournament. Okay, I feel like objectively this game is bad, but that's just sort of by design, you know?
I think once you get to understand the game, this is possible. Got to a blade.
By the way, these springs are a bit of a nightmare, aren't they?
Yeah, the spring section is like you have to... You can jump on them, but you also have to press the jump button to go higher. It's not a bad idea, but...
I'm excited to see how Willard is able to do. I think Willard might be able to get to Buzz Lightyear on this attempt. One thing about Willard's name, by the way, is that I keep thinking of Wilford Brimley. Because Wilford Brimley is amazing. He was actually in an episode of Seinfeld I watched last night. He was the Postmaster General. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right. I remember that episode. The one where he chastises Newman.
He interrogates Kramer, and then Newman gets brought in with a bucket on his head. Yeah.
Yes. Tell the people my story. I remember.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's exactly what he says. I laughed so hard. I'm like, oh my gosh, Newman, you're the best. You're so dead.
Newman is the best. I love him. When you control mail, you control information.
By the way, the actor on Seinfeld who played Newman was also in Jurassic Park, and I believe, unfortunately died. But, you know, it was was a good death. It was like, if I were in a scary movie, I would absolutely want to be brutally murdered. I want to be
It's a fun
murdered
death.
in a horror movie. If anybody here I don't care if it's a B-level movie, if it's a C-level movie, it's a YouTube short, bring me on and brutally murder me, okay? I am all about that. For all the kids watching, it's fake. I'm not actually being murdered.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no, Laurel Father. Oh no. That was a really bad death.
Oh, Arrow Fodder. Well, I mean, death is gonna happen in this game. You just gotta figure out, like, how to collect coins as much as you can and how to, you know, keep your temporary invincibility as much as you can.
Invincibility frames are key here.
Yeah, iframes are huge. It doesn't really matter how many coins you collect, you're always going to drop 2 as far as I can tell. Even if you only have 1, you're going to drop 2.
Yeah, there's a couple of stages where the coin availability is going to be a little scarce. So that's going to be a problem in much later levels, I think.
Yeah, they will need to manage their coins and make sure that they collect as much as possible. I don't like this stage's music. I gotta be honest.
No, I don't like either because I think there's 2 only tunes in this game, and I don't like either.
Yeah, really, like, if anybody needs somebody to be brutally murdered in, like, just go ahead and, you don't have to pay me a whole bunch, but I am very happy to be murdered in a movie. It would be, not for real, just
Okay. Oh.
use special effects. In fact, I'd rather have practical effects, like, rather than CGI. Like, CGI is cool and all, but I would love for, like, you know, you to have, like, a hand stick out through my stomach, and it be, like, someone just hiding behind me with their hand coming out. That would be so cool.
Yeah, I can picture you screaming out of your lungs on a death.
Oh, yeah. I would
that would be cool,
do fantastic dying. And I'd love it to be a slow and painful death, you know, one that makes viewers squirm and feel very uncomfortable. Come on. Let me do it.
You can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you. Even if it's an independent A24 movie, the production company, I can see you there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Willard's Blood is getting a little anxious with Buzz Lightyear here. Yes, but he's got the rhythm. He's got the rhythm.
I know that, like, there's always been a discussion about violence in media. It's usually not a problem, though. Like, yeah, they're, just like having, like, I don't think there's really a problem with sex scenes in movies. I don't think there's a problem with violence either. After all, nobody is actually being killed in these movies. In fact, I really love old school movies where they had to do practical effects and get them on screen. It's like, how did they do that with the movie magic? It's so cool. Like the original Psycho, the murder in the shower, they used chocolate syrup. The blood was chocolate syrup. Can you imagine being stabbed in chocolate syrup gushing out of you? That would be delicious.
Delicious is the right word.
If I were the psycho guy, I'd be licking up that blood before leaving the scene, okay? Absolutely tasty. Hershey's. Bill, thank you for the raid. We're talking about licking up Hershey's syrup blood. Because it's tasty. This isn't... Okay,
this
I'm gonna say,
yeah,
Bill Bull with that raid coming in saying that this looks like a good game. I would say that you're objectively wrong, but at the same time, this is kind of a fun game. Like, I feel like this is a little bit cruel for round 1, but at the same time, I really enjoy bootleg platformers.
I think it can. I think it can be cruel, but we can see our players making progress, so they're finding their way around the game. So it's just, I don't know, it's cruel, but possible, doable.
Yeah.
I had worse things to hand over today, but I thought, okay, then let's go around with Jurassic Boy in this specific setting. I'm sorry, I'm drinking my mate, so...
It's okay, I've been eating a burrito from time to time, yeah.
I know.
And when I say if I were the Psycho guy, I mean the guy on the movie Psycho. If I were that character, I totally would have eaten the Hershey's syrup. Like, then again, I was the type of kid who probably... Did I ever just squeeze the bottle into my mouth? I probably did.
I imagined you, after you get caught, you go over, have some chocolate syrup. Okay. That came out well. Here's my treat.
Yeah, exactly. I tend to think, like, I don't have sweets quite as much anymore, although I think ever since AGDQ and all of the vast amounts of Red Bull that were there, that may have been a little bit corrupted. Like, oh my gosh, let me just say, the food options at GDQ, not the best at SGDQ, but they're okay at AGDQ. Anyways, yeah, after the vast amounts of Red Bull there, maybe my food habits need to get back a little bit to normal. But
I think, bro, you can consider GDQ as your holiday vacation, and most of the times you do whatever you want during vacation time. So,
yeah,
just getting back into your habits once you're back. It's pretty normal.
Yeah, I gotta do that. Fine, okay, I'm a totally normal human being who just had too much Red Bull while I was at GDQ. But they sponsor it, so there are just so many Red Bulls. Like, I don't
even... If they sponsored it, go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, they sponsored it. I don't even really get much of a benefit from caffeine because I've got ADHD and it does weird, like, that makes it weird. Caffeine just doesn't exactly do the same stuff. For me. But
yeah, Red Bull
it was nice to have something other than lukewarm water.
Definitely. Reminds me of the beverage options at music festivals I went to. Where it was either that, it was Red Bull, or 16 different type of beer. Oh, that did hurt.
Okay, and I'll go ahead and clarify. Most of the food that I had was within walking distance of the hotel. And while there is one really good sushi place near there, the other options are,
Yeah, I heard there were a couple of ones that are infamous about that blood. Without ever being to a GDQ.
I had literally no pizza there. I will never eat cheetah pizza. I have heard the tales. I've already gotten food poisoning from pizza at one GDQ. I do not need to make it happen again.
That's a sound advice. Yeah. Food poisoning on holidays or events are worst.
Oh, geez. No, it was literally the worst, okay? I was there at GDQ. I think I was volunteer that year. I might have been staff, and I got food poisoning, like, the last day. And I had planned to just, like, stay up all night that night because I didn't have a hotel room for the final night and just, like, fly away in the morning. But I was violently ill, and I hurt so bad that this is something that I've been told by multiple staff that you cannot do. So don't do this. I crawled behind, I went backstage. I crawled underneath one of the tables that had tablecloths going down. I just lied there, and kind of half awake, half asleep in agony. And yeah, so during some of the runs at that GDQ, I was possibly snoring in the background. So if you heard any very loud snoring, that may have been me. It probably wasn't, but yeah, GDQ does not allow that, so don't do it.
I see someone 325 on 3-2. Nice. Trying to gain back the lead.
Yeah. This is very impressive. Like, the players are getting much more consistent. And when it comes to bootleg games, honestly, consistency is difficult to achieve, but if you do it, the game can get a little bit more reliable for you. Mostly, you just have to keep thinking, if I take damage, what can I do in order to collect that one coin flying around? And unfortunately, Arrow Fodder missed and died. Is that... Nope, not a game over, but only one life left.
Yet. No,
sorry,
I think that someone 225
for sleeping under the table while I had food poisoning.
I see. I would say that someone 225 had a careful approach to that boss, so that's a very key difference with Arrow Fodder. So that's an advantage, I'd say. It's very interesting to see how each of these players approach these bosses. But while not very difficult, you might kind of like, okay, I have to do this fast, so I have to hit him and hit him and hit him, maybe get some damage boosting, but there's one point that won't work unless you're consistent with that. And I think that someone 225 matched that.
Yeah, honestly, it's more important to take the bosses slow, you know. Go ahead, when you fight them, do one hit of damage, get back on the floor, get your bearings straight again, you know, make sure that you don't have weird... Another thing with bootlegs is that oftentimes the physics will store momentum in strange ways, so if you can, like, reset your momentum by standing still, that can often make sections go a little bit better for you. So heal damage, get on the ground, get your momentum back to 0, and then worry about your next hit. And if you take damage, focus on recovering the coin before doing anything else. Arrow Fodder, another game over.
Yeah, man, he's making faces in chat.
I think about at the 10-minute mark, that's going to start being people's final pushes.
Yep. I'd imagine. You know, there's a fun thing there's two fun things I didn't mention about this game. You've noticed that enemies pop up all the time is because they have respawns, and they respawn every time they are off screen. And considering the size of the Game Boy Color screen, they can spawn all the time, and it's particularly annoying. And another fact I forgot to mention about the damage and the damage boosting. If you take damage and going in a certain direction, you're going to go towards the direction and you will have no control whatsoever about it. You can't even kind of like go your way or anything. No, we're damaged by going left, you're going to go left.
Oh, Justin's pointing out, I've got coffee. I forgot to drink it.
Nice.
Oh, welcome to my life.
Have you ever tried mate? Essentially? Yerba mate?
What's that?
It's a beverage.
Yeah, I've had yerba mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, sha mate. Yeah. I guess in Brazil they call it sha mach. And while I was a missionary, I was not allowed as a missionary to have it, but now that I'm a heathen, I've had it. It's gross. It's fine. Okay. I don't like it.
Okay.
What?
It's okay to not like it.
Oh yeah, I hate it, but I'll definitely drink it if I'm sitting around with friends. Okay, apparently Justin likes roasted yerba mate. Yeah,
that's how what's weird is that... Yeah.
What's weird is that even though that technically per the Mormon rules wasn't banned, it was banned for the missionaries. And I'm not 100% sure why, but we have a theory that, like, it's because people usually would just drink it while sitting around and talking, and they're like, no, we want you to be working every hour of your day for
that's
2 years.
A common conception. That's a common conception in Argentina as well with mate. So yeah.
Yeah, which
honestly... Not so much anymore, because after the pandemic, most people, like, you can't share the drink with others. So it's like you have to drink it by yourself.
Yeah,
so there's no more
it was generally one straw, and everybody's drinking from the same straw. So I imagine It's interesting how like such a huge cultural thing has to go through alterations like that because like,
someone 325 is out of coins. I'm worried about this. And
yeah,
sorry.
is this someone's last life?
Okay.
Oh, there we go, coins. We got them again.
Coins. Okay. See, he's taking a careful approach. He's not going fast.
Also, I want to say thank you to everybody who came during the raid and decided to stay. You are all winners in my book that I will never publish. I'm sorry. It's not happening. No, like, would anybody read it? I don't think so. Yeah, a list of people who came and raided me.
It's just a long section in a Patreon, for example.
Patreon. Yeah, if you... Now, I'll put it up. One of the free books in the itch bundles, you know? People who have raided Brosench's channel. It's an ebook, everybody.
Brosench's
I love
Raiders.
the dancing to this music. Yeah, everybody. Yeah, you have good dancing emotes. I'd love to see more dancing out to this tunes, to be honest, you know?
And you have one. You have Bongo.
Okay, I actually have a master's degree in writing, so, like, I feel like I could do better than an ebook about the people who have raided me. Let's be real here. Yeah, the dancing. Oh my gosh, I love that, like, another channel, Chubo, has the other
Chubo,
bongo
yes.
dancing emote, and that one is high quality. They're all so good.
That's amazing.
Yeah, wiggle that butt, zombie. I like it. I like it, zombie.
15 minutes remaining.
But yeah,
less
I
than 15 minutes.
don't blame anybody who like joins a raid just for like a minute or two and then disappears. I know how that goes. Sometimes you got other things that you got to do, and it's just cool that some people come for a minute into our lives and then disappear. But it's also cool when people come in for a minute and then they're like, I think I'll stay. Yeah, that's a good idea because, oh boy.
Stay and find some
You're
lovely
making a
tunes
big mistake. Yeah, listen
people
to this
dancing. Yeah.
And people
If you
dancing,
see good music
yeah.
and people dancing, it's a cool channel.
So sure about that, but you can say that.
I'm helping out.
Oh, okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, meanwhile, I'm just working a little bit on getting stuff ready and trying to pay attention to the game at the same time. Y'all know how that goes.
I'm paying attention. I'm paying
pro.
attention to the game right now. So go ahead.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like Venbright is starting over. Honestly, I still think there's enough time for Venbright to get back and make a new personal best. It's just once we hit that 10-minute mark, it's going to be hard to do any final pushes without rushing. And when you rush in this game, that's when you die.
So that's why I think that someone 225 is having the careful approach. Because he's understanding how much time is left.
Oh, yeah. This music is a jam. Okay, I love it.
Yeah, 4 notes. That's all you have.
4 notes. That's all you need.
Yep.
Like, okay, 4-chord songs, they're totally real.
I think there was
Really?
a quote by Eddie Van Halen. That
What did he say?
there are 7 music notes. Do whatever you want with them. Something like that.
Yeah, I'm a pianist. I do a lot of like improv piano as well, and I've been really like interested in sort of some of the music, like the chord progressions that have been made more popular, possibly by Janis Joplin, as well as who else am I thinking? Debussy. Like, I love Debussy, like absolutely, because they're things that just sound magical in the way that music progresses, and unfortunately Sachin did not get the memo. They've got this song instead, but honestly, like
They tried.
I did a lot of classical studying and learning a lot about like traditional chord progressions and traditional ways to make music flow and feel natural and interesting, but just some of the more modern ways of composing music go against that, but still remain interesting and intriguing while not sounding like they're thrown together in a mishmash. Yeah. And honestly, the more that I like them, the less I like Mozart. Sorry, Mozart. You're just kind of... You're okay.
Like that.
Mozart's like the okay composer, okay? Yeah, he was a rich white boy, just making music because he was sick and didn't have anything else to do, so he just sat around and made music. So, good job, Mozart. Glad that you were able to write a freaking symphony when you were a kid. You know what I was doing? I was mowing the lawn and I was going to school.
And Mozart chopped down trees when he was a kid as well.
Mozart, I don't think Mozart could even pick up an axe, okay?
Hey,
probably had somebody else brushing his teeth for him, okay? Oh my gosh, someone 3-5-5. This is impressive.
Yep. Now, I want to see what he does here, because this stage is definitely tricky. It took me a while to understand how it follows.
Yeah. By the way, chat, I will go ahead and say that you are lying when you say that Mozart chopped down a cherry tree. Mozart was the type of person who would do that and lie, though. Okay? Mozart would poop on tables for a laugh? Absolutely. Probably did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you're interested in this level and what they're going to do. What's the main challenge of level 4-1 here?
It's a maze. They're going to have found roadblocks, dead ends, and they will have to figure out how to get across them. It's so dumb.
Yeah. Actually,
it's like
I'll go ahead and say... Yeah, go ahead. Keep going. You're talking about important stuff.
I want to see. Someone to the 5 took damage from a slope there. From a slope. There was not an enemy. There was no hazard.
The slope hurt?
The slope hurt.
Oh no. Oh no, Mozart faked dinosaurs in his spare time. It's because of Mozart that people believe in dinosaurs. I can't believe it.
Yeah. It all makes sense now.
I'm also very concerned about one of the links in chat. I feel like I have to open it though, and I'm not telling anybody who's watching on a VOD what it is, except that it has to deal with Mozart pooping on tables. Oh, he had poop jokes in his music? That's fine, so do I. Who doesn't?
I think I heard something about that.
Okay, Mozart's becoming cooler. Yeah. I performed in Mozart's Requiem. I've been part of the choir for that, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I would say that later life Mozart is more interesting than early life Mozart. It's like the Beatles. Mozart was the Beatles.
Yeah. This is why we usually refer to the Beatles as the contemporary Mozart.
Mozart was just like the Beatles of the 1700s. I don't want to give Mozart that much credit, you know?
I get it.
He did plenty of great stuff. Anyway, bloody, Mozart. We've got Jurassic Boy, which literally has nothing to do with Mozart, and thank goodness.
I like how the spikes up there do not hurt you on someone to the 5 screen.
Why not?
He's jumping on them and they don't hurt you. I don't know. The game.
I don't understand. That's weird.
No, I don't understand it either. I see.
I mean, this is what happens with bootlegs as well. One thing that, like, I try to make clear, Arrow Fodder is probably done with attempts, so we may have title music for the next 5 minutes. I hope you enjoy this. It's not my fault, okay? Y'all get to jam out.
I think you can switch to other game. I think we have several players with the music
I like
on if
this
you want
music.
to.
I like it.
For
Like,
5
honestly,
minutes?
I'm cool.
All right.
I think this is the best song. Never mind. Arrow Fodder is playing again. Dang it. Arrow Fodder, just give up.
Yeah.
That's so mean. No, I fully believe that you should never give up until it is called time. Even if it seems like there is no hope, you never know if there's some weird glitch or something that will pop up. We have seen people who thought that they were out, suddenly just like wrong warp for no good reason.
I think
one
that
of the
happened to
matches-
me during a match. Yeah, I recall
Yeah.
that.
Do you remember which game that happened with?
It was an arcade game. And I think I can't remember who handed it over to me. It was a bootleg arcade game, of course.
A bootleg arcade game. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Chat, by the way, pointing out that Willard has made some progress here. Willard may be in third at this point, so that is a pretty exciting change when it comes to stuff.
Well, I might have this. We'll see, but we'll get it back from Ben Wright.
By the way, for those who are here, if you do enjoy the matches today, we do have 4 more matches starting at 2 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. We've got 1 more race after this today, and then generally on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, now that SGDQ is over, we'll be having pretty often weekend matches and possibly some sprinkled in throughout the week. So feel free to come join if you would like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
always
somebody
fun.
found arbitrary code. Oh, just find arbitrary code execution.
No,
you know
no,
what?
they
I
didn't.
bet that you could arbitrarily do most things with this game. I feel like it's more powerful than Excel. That's saying something. Like, seriously, Microsoft Excel, they knew what they were doing.
Like how someone to 5 is just falling and falling and falling down and falling, and they eventually hit the spikes. This is how this stage works as well.
Yeah. Sounds about right. So yeah, people are confirming Willard currently fighting Dr. Dinosaur Man, the man who tried to bring the dinosaurs back. But the dinosaurs are revolting. And by revolting, I mean they're ugly, like pink dinosaurs. Who could have imagined?
So that makes it Willard is on 3rd place. Took it back from Ben Wright.
Oh my gosh, Willard is past the boss, moving on to 3-2. Ben Bright, how far did Ben Bright make it?
Ben Wright made it far in stage 3-1, but I think he never got to see the boss.
What about Arrow Fodder? I think Willard could possibly pass Arrow Fodder in these last 2 minutes.
I don't think so, because this stage is kind of mazy than the first one, and you still need to get to the boss. I think that's the main reference.
Yeah, question, has Arrow Fodder seen the boss of 3-2? Apparently Arrow Fodder did not, per chat. I appreciate people keeping your eyes on it. You know, when we have close matches between players, oftentimes we'll go and review the VODs just to make sure, you know, we know how far the various players got. With a mazy level like this, it can be very difficult just visually to see how far somebody made it.
I might have to review.
Yeah.
Might have to review the 2nd and 3rd place because it's kind of busy for me now. But definitely 1st and 4th place are pretty great on.
Oh yeah, 1st and 4th place we know. Someone 3255 has definitely taken the victory. It's not going to change. Ben Bright has definitely taken 4th. Very good effort, but unfortunately there's just not enough time to catch up. Willard, though, if Willard gets to the boss before we hit the hour mark, I think that would be a definitive 2nd place.
Yeah, someone 2-5 almost got to the end of 4-1, just as Moo was mentioning, but didn't get to anything. They just quit.
Sad day. Yeah, that's
it's
fine.
interesting
We've got,
because,
what, 20 seconds?
An interesting thing about this game is that when you pause the game, the music doesn't stop.
Are you serious? Oh, it's just suffering forever. Perfect. This game has absolutely no flaws. Well, let's say goodbye to that music because it is
It's time.
time. 10/100ths of a second off. That's fine. I tried, everybody. But we are done with the match, and we can very definitively say that someone 3255 took the victory between Willard J. Bradley and Arrow Fodder. I'm not comfortable calling at this point. I don't know who made more progress. Arrow Fodder definitely spent more time there, but Willard had a very good final push. Venbright has taken fourth, unfortunately, but Venbright is not out of the tournament for sure. Let me go ahead and welcome someone into chat. Okay, I'm currently talking to the players right now to just sort of let them know. Yeah. Actually, if you want to type in Discord, you can go ahead and do that. Let them know like how things have played out so far. And here we have someone 3255. Congratulations on your victory.
Hello, and thank you.
How did you play this game, someone? Congratulations.
I don't really like Sonic when you have the ring life system, but yeah, it was playable, I guess. But yeah, it's like the problems of old Sonic where you have no screen size and you have to collect rings again.
That's the issue with the size of the screen for this game, that you cannot see what's ahead, and you just have to blow through and hope for the best.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, some parts you want to go slow, like with the saw blades and mill things.
Yeah. Honestly, like I would say that like moving Sonic onto a handheld Nintendo system is a little bit mind-blowing, especially when it comes to Game Boy Color. It's I don't think it's a trivial task to do that. And because of that, I'm actually pretty impressed by this game and the way that it ran. I don't know, what do you think, someone 325? Like, I know that you have played a lot of games. A lot of games.
I mean, most of the games I played are actually good games, so... But yeah, this game...
Fine. Whatever. What about good games on the Game Boy Color?
I don't know, I've only played Pokemon.
Okay, how does this compare to
That's
Pokemon, huh? I don't even know what to ask anymore. Worse? This is worse than Pokemon. Okay. Everybody, Jurassic Boy officially worse than Pokemon. I think I can agree with you there.
Only Kusog7ande.
Yeah, but like I've definitely seen and played quite a few Game Boy Color games. You know, I do speedruns of Xena on Game Boy Color, and that, like, I feel like this actually, no, I'd rather play Xena. But for a bootleg company, I still feel like they got most of the scrolling and lag figured out, even if they should have made it so that you could see to the right or down below you. That would have been great.
Yeah, the one part where you are forced to take damage because the platform doesn't move until you find it.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot. That's one thing when it comes to bootlegs. You have most quote-unquote licensed, quote-unquote good games. You can at least expect a minimum level of quality, that they're not going to ask you to do something that looks impossible just to get through it. Of course, there are exceptions. Simon's Quest, for example, on NES, that just has tons of very difficult stuff to figure out, and other games that just have you doing blind jumps. When it comes to bootlegs, though, that's less of an exception and more like the rule, that there's going to be something dumb you have to do at some point, and you just have to figure out what the dumb stuff is and figure out how to live while you're navigating through that. And honestly, you do a really good job at adapting to rules for a game in a way that they shouldn't be, you know?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
the game holds up pretty well. Like,
how'd you play the bosses?
I mean, they worked, I guess.
Yeah, I think that you quickly figured out that if you hurt the boss, you have to land on the ground again before dealing another hit. Once you figure that out, the bosses become a little bit easier.
Yeah, I was
at the
mostly
same time,
focused on not taking damage rather than trying to go as fast as possible there.
Yeah, I saw you doing that with the boss in 3-1, where you decided to just take it easy, just some hit, land in the center. I think the other players did not take that approach. But yeah, that was one of the safest ways. I figured that when you were at minute 45 during the match, you took the careful approach, and that's how you got to 4-1.
Yeah.
That was a lead change at the moment. No,
Yeah,
3-1 and then 3-1 and 3-2. 3-2 is the little bug, and flying bug.
Yeah, the refight for some reason.
Yeah, the free fight from the 1-1.
The true fallen boss.
I do love that Ben in the chat is saying that they're shocked at how competent this is. And honestly,
Yes.
I have a huge place in my heart for bootlegs, despite all of their flaws. Like, everything that, like, all the weird stuff that they had to do to make Sonic work on the Game Boy and the Game Boy Color, they did it somehow. It's not great, but they did it.
Nah, it's so questionable. But I think that the main that's the main word that Ben said, that the game is competent.
Yeah,
That's all you can get from it. It's competent.
It's
You can't
kind of
ask
shocking.
any further about it.
Yeah,
I thought
also
somebody
good
was
to
gonna
see.
accidentally zip somewhere, but thankfully that didn't happen.
Yeah. Also, really exciting to see Willard in chat. Like, we still don't know for sure. We believe that you took third, but you could have possibly taken second, depending on how far you moved there. It's always exciting to me when we have to go and do a VOD review in order to determine places. It means that, you know, it was very close between the players here.
I think about halfway through the match, we saw all players roughly again around the stages, around stage 3-1. And that's actually really cool because we were all head-to-head about this game. I wasn't expecting that, honestly, because this game
Don't you
can
love
get hard.
that? Mr. T, first game that you give out, we have to do a VOD review for some of the players. That's always fun. I love it.
Oh yeah, I love it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Well,
3-1 and
okay.
3-2 are like basically mazes at some point, so it might be hard to determine who won. But good luck.
But it's not a maze like in 3 and 4-1.
Oh yeah, I'm completely
4-1.
lost in 4-1.
You were going to be lost. And you lost just right before you got to the stage end.
Yeah, you were right
Oh.
near the end, but that's how it
I
goes.
found a wall, so I just went backwards and couldn't find where to go. I think there was like one jump that I just dropped all the way down. I was supposed to do something else, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That
So
was
I
hilarious.
think that is... We're gonna have to move on to our last game. So thank you so much. 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh. Someone. Thank you, someone.
3-1.
3-1.
Sure.
Someone 3-1. Yeah. Thank you so much for playing today,
thanks for
everybody.
having me.
All of the names that we have up on the streams when we have the layouts there, those are the people's main Twitch streams, and you can go ahead and feel free to go follow them, give them love for anybody who you particularly loved. I love to see people making friends as well, so hopefully y'all have a good time playing and watching, and you know, make some friends along the way. You've got friends in your suffering, so that's good. Okay, see you, someone3255. See you, Mr. T, and take it easy, both of you.
Bye.
Bye.